blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air.
Hey, it's Beth here, episode 575. Okay. First of all, I want to apologize for the commercials, but I'm on the verge of making money. I have gotten to $4.75. If I get my numbers up and I get to $10, they are going to write me a check. Otherwise, it all disappears. It's happened over and over, but I'm getting closer and closer. Mostly I was in the $2 range. $4.76 is halfway there. So I really apologize, but a check with my name on it, oh my gosh, it would be heaven. So, but I apologize, okay? And some of them I can't believe. I can't believe that we are in a demographic that they're putting us in, but I don't know what these people are thinking. And I have hesitated to do this. I saw the movie Reagan on Sunday. The theater was packed with blue hairs, just like me, packed. Okay, it was like a 3:30 show on a Sunday. I didn't see anybody but my age or older. Okay, it was great. It was great. It's being panned because it's political, and that's not fair. It's a great movie. Dennis Quaid does an amazing job. Penelope Ann Miller, I hadn't seen her in years. She gave me a whole new respect for Nancy. And it's funny, I was watching the movie, and one of the first scenes comes up, and it's March 30th, 1981. That's the day that Reagan got shot. That's the day Brett was born. I didn't even remember that they were the same day, because I was like a millennial. I was wrapped up in my life. I was going 100 miles an hour. I actually kind of made fun of Nancy because all I remember about her is say no to drugs, just say no. I was just a jerk like all these young people. It's not that they're very different, it's that we're looking at them from a new angle. I was there. I was like that. So I forgot most of this history. It was a great movie, and the way they told the story was not, you'll see all these reviews, like, okay, 98% Rotten Tomatoes audience said they loved it, 98%. 20% of the reviewers liked it. 80% hated it. 18% of the Hollywood critics liked it. 72% didn't. Because it's political. They're not even watching the movie. They're just hating it because it's a conservative or whatever. It's historic. It's a story. It comes from this angle from a retired KGB agent who's played by John Voight, and he does a great job. This younger agent comes in and begs him, tell me the story. How did Reagan defeat the Soviet Union? What happened? And the guy goes, everybody knows that story. He said, no, tell me the real story. Tell me what really happened. So the story all evolves from there. Everybody says it doesn't make sense and it's so boring. It's not. It's crazy. And they can't find a fault with it really because the set design, the lighting, everything is great. So they talk about how the aging process that they go through is distracting. I thought it was amazing. I really did. And I think you will too, because we're older and they just did a great job making these people look younger. That's all they really got on it. I listened to all the reviews. They can't find fault with it. They have to admit that Dennis Quaid's performance is great. It's 2 hours and 21 minutes. I loved it. I forgot about all the people in the Iran-Contra. They bring you back so perfectly. The set design is so perfect that at the end of the movie, if you stick around for the credits, you'll see the pictures that actually were. You'll see the film clips of the actual time, and you will be dazzled because they captured it perfectly. And Nancy Reagan, this is the other thing. In all the reviews, every single one, no one talks about the great love story. They had a great love story. everyone in my theater, okay, they were my age, wonderful people, were crying. It was heartbreaking that they had to break, that he died. She was heartbroken. It is so amazing how Penelope Ann Miller captures that love that she has for the guy. And in true life, Ronald Reagan was pretty popular. And Nancy Davis was just a B actress, not even getting B third girl through the door roles, not even secretary next to the star roles. And she came into his office, and another person was using her name in a bad way. That's how they met. He was dating other people when he was dating her, and starlets and beautiful girls, because he was the president of SAG, the Screen Actors Guild. You can't get a role in Hollywood until you get your SAG card, and you can't get your SAG card till you have a role in Hollywood. So there were a lot of girls pursuing him. Nancy got pregnant. It turned his life upside down. Stopped dating immediately. They got married as quick as could be, and he devoted his entire life to her. Never once, for 1 second, acting like he didn't want it. So right there, I love him. Right there, she fell madly in love with him. And I will say, in real life, I sort of noticed that. But in this movie, it's profound. And it's a gorgeous love story. Absolutely gorgeous. No one, not one person has mentioned that in all the reviews everywhere I've gone. And all they can find fault with is the aging, because there is no fault in this movie. It's really, really well done. It's well paced. It's a complicated story, but we lived it. You're going to love seeing all these people again, hearing the names. It's like you haven't heard any of these names. Iran-Contra, you haven't thought about it or heard about it in years. The Pope, back then, being shot, everything that happened, the cars, the clothes, the White House, everything. He captures it. I mean, Dennis Quaid even looks like Ronald Reagan from the back. It's amazing. So, it's a good history lesson. It's got a great love story. It's a bit one-sided, I suppose, because he's well played. And it's his, I guess it's a positive spin on him. Although I don't know many people who have many bad things to say about him. But it was kind of relaxing and refreshing to just see somebody and have it be okay. And be proud of them. And to just hear lovely things and be proud of a president that did something amazing. You know, tear down this wall. That is built up from his life, from how he built his life and what his belief system was and what he wanted to do with his life. And that he accomplishes it. And all the little steps along the way. I was riveted. Nobody went to the bathroom. And I mean, we're old. Guys, we were holding it. I mean, because we didn't want to leave. So don't listen to the reviews. And so I read these articles on if you give this movie a good review, you will never get a better job as a critic. That's how political it is. That's how dangerous it is for anybody to tell the truth. So the critics are all, hobbled by this. You can't care about it. You can't listen to them. The Rotten Tomatoes audience, that's good. 98% because it's excellent. Every bit of it is well done. I mean, they even ride horses beautifully. I just loved it. So give yourself a little history lesson. If you have an older teenager, grandchild, take him to a theater where he can have a big burger while he's watching it. It's like taking a history course. And it's a great one. I mean, you'll feel patriotic. You'll just feel like, good for us. Why can't we feel that for 1 second? And why can't we let our young children feel that for 1 second? That this actually is a great country with very honorable people who have done very amazing things. That's how it was. And a beautiful love story. Like it really does make you know that being true to someone, a lifelong partner, is the way to go. So it's apple pie. And who doesn't want apple pie? I feel refreshed. I didn't have one moment in the movie where I was like, he didn't cheat on anybody. I didn't have to complicate my brain with conflicting thoughts and feelings and can I stay supportive and can I stay bonded with this character? I got to have a nice, squeaky, clean, good time and learn something and remember so much. So give it some money. Give it a break. We need to, and it's old people. Like, we've got to support ourselves. And it's not stupid love story where Jane Fonda puts on a cheerleading uniform and looks for a man or something. It's not dumb. It's great. Great guy. Great wife. And really, a couple of characters come out of the woods and they're just amazing. And he finds them. He finds these not ne'er-do-wells, just nobodies. And he sees brilliance in them. And then they come across with the brilliance. I'm like, wow, I am so happy. They don't go to, the Inquirer and back in the day and scandalize them. There's none of that. I swear I was so happy at the end of this. Just to think somebody had a good life like that. So, if you want to be refreshed, and it was entertaining and it was fun, give it to yourself. It was really a good movie. Take your husband. He would love it. That's all I've got, and I will be back. I'm saying thank you.
They fly so high, nearly reach the sky. Then, like my dreams, they